You were meant to get this message. Quantum physicists call the spark that you made in your mind a spontaneous quantum impulse. Imagine that this is a strong wave of energy that can't be stopped. It has started to change your whole reality in a way that helps you grow spiritually and personally. There is a process going on in your quantum field right now that began when you felt drawn to this information. It will keep going until it has completely changed your life from the inside out. Set your intention to stay in tune with this transformative energy before we go any further with this recognition. And clicking subscribe on this channel is more than just a click. It's a conscious statement that you want to receive the ongoing energetic upgrades that will help your quantum acceleration. Now is the time to tune in to this frequency so you don't miss the transmissions that are meant for you. As you commit to your own journey, make this field of possibilities bigger. Sending this transmission to others is an act of energetic service that sends a wave of this awakening frequency through the collective consciousness to find people who are ready. By being a lighthouse for other souls like you amplify the energy you are bringing into your own life. You're feeling a strong urge to understand what's going on with you right now, which means that this quantum impulse has reached a turning point. You didn't start this on purpose with any techniques or rituals. Instead, it turned on by itself when your consciousness got strong enough to handle the very fast evolution that this momentum brings. You are no longer trying to change things. Change is now trying to catch you. You were meant to go this way because you have what some researchers in consciousness call the impulse gene. When reality reorganizes itself around your true self at quantum speeds, your energy speeds up. This is a rare gift that you have the ability to handle. Most people would lose their awareness in the face of such rapid change, but you have been getting ready for this very moment without even realizing it. Through every challenge you've faced and every limit you've broken, your consciousness has been moving toward this quantum impulse. You weren't unhappy every time you chose growth over comfort, every time you had a restless night, or every time you felt like something big was about to happen. In other words, they showed that your quantum field was getting ready for this sudden speeding up to become your new reality. It wasn't by chance that you came to this understanding at the perfect time in the universe. Several synchronicities have been carefully planned by your higher self to lead you to this very moment of clarity. You need to be aware of what you're going through for it to happen safely and fully. If you don't understand this, a quantum impulse can feel chaotic or unstable. However, when you see it for what it is, it turns into one of the most potent tools your consciousness can ever use. A manifestation accelerator. Think about the last few months. Have you noticed that synchronicities are happening more often and with more and more accuracy? Are chances coming your way faster than you can think about them? It's almost impossible to ignore your gut if it's that loud and clear. These aren't signs that you're getting better at making things happen. Your quantum impulse makes a magnetic pull like you've never felt before. These are signs that manifestation is getting better at finding you. But here's what makes this moment so unique and unchangeable. Once a quantum impulse gains this much speed, it doesn't slow down or stop. The wave of change that has begun in your field will keep speeding up until it has completely changed every part of your life to reflect your true self. This process can't be stopped, but you can learn to ride the wave instead of getting tossed around by it. The quantum field has rules that go beyond what we normally think of as linear time and cause and effect. Spontaneous symmetry breaking occurs when a person's consciousness reaches a certain level of clarity and is ready to evolve. The old structure of your reality is dissolving during this phase transition, making room for a new one based on possibilities that were once out of reach. Your quantum impulse isn't just about getting better as a person. It is cosmic intelligence speaking through you to open up new possibilities for everyone. Everyone who goes through this quantum acceleration helps raise the baseline frequency for everyone else. This makes it easier for anyone who is ready to go beyond the normal limits of human life to have these life-changing experiences. Something amazing is happening to your energy signature right now as you feel this truth sink in. After you become aware of it, the quantum impulse that began as a gentle push is now getting stronger. This sets up a feedback loop between your awareness and the change itself, which will make your growth happen much faster than you've ever experienced. You may have felt like your body was almost electric lately. You can't deny the feeling that something big is happening in your life. It's not quite anxiety or excitement. Most people would just think this is stress, but you've learned to recognize it for what it is. The electromagnetic signature of quantum momentum, which is changing your world at an exponential rate. Most likely, the way you sleep has changed because your mind is processing this fast growth. You may need less sleep but feel more alive, or your dreams may have become so real and vivid that it feels like you're going to training sessions in other dimensions to learn skills you haven't even thought of yet. You might feel like you've been upgraded overnight if you wake up with stronger intuition or creative abilities that weren't there the day before. Most likely, time has begun to feel strange. Quantum impulses don't work in a straight line like we think time does. For some, hours went by in what seemed like minutes while they were in the flow of a creative process. For others, a few minutes seem to last forever during a profound realization. This happens when your mind starts to work from the eternal now, instead of moving from one moment to the next. Reality acceleration, as it is sometimes referred to, provides the clearest proof. It only takes days or hours to solve problems that used to take weeks or months to solve. Things work out before you can worry about them. Chances appear completely formed without needing time to grow. It seems like relationships either get deeper very quickly or end without any drama, as if reality is clearing the way for your higher frequency to match. Your creative skills have grown beyond what you thought possible. You can hardly keep up with all the ideas that come to you. You think of complete solutions to hard problems that are ready to go. Your creative and original works have a depth and originality that makes you feel like you're channeling a wiser, more developed version of yourself. It looks like even technology can sense your energy. Electronics might not work right when you're in a flow state, but they might not work at all when you're going through a strong wave of transformation. The electromagnetic fields around you seem to be changed by your presence alone. This shows that your consciousness is creating a coherent energy that impacts the physical world. Your energy field is also making people act in new ways. Some people are drawn to you because they feel safe when they're with you and want your advice or to share their deepest feelings. But some people may feel awkward around you for no clear reason, as if your growing awareness makes them see their own limitations that they aren't ready to face yet. It's almost like you're downloading information straight from the quantum field because your intuition is so clear. It seems like you know things about people and situations before it makes sense. You can accurately sense the best time to make a choice, which goes against what most people think. Finally, the most miraculous confirmations frequently show up as synchronicities in the environment that feel like they were planned by an intelligence we can't see. You may see patterns in nature that show how you're feeling, animals that show up at important times, or the same numbers, symbols, or phrases over and over again. All of these feel like little nudges from your higher self, letting you know that your quantum impulse is playing out at the perfect time in the universe. As these signs make sense in light of what you know to be true, consciously hold on to that knowledge. When you like this video, you're agreeing energetically. It tells your quantum field that you understand and accept this speeding up, which makes the process go more smoothly and fit into your life more naturally. If any of these signs show up in your life, let us know that you're ready by writing in the comments, "My reality is reorganizing for my highest good." This statement should be a clear sign to the universe that you are ready to work with this smart and beautiful process. Every time you felt restless or like you were getting ready for something you couldn't name, it was your consciousness building up the pressure inside you that was needed to set off this spontaneous quantum acceleration. The anger you felt wasn't a sign that you were going in the wrong direction. It was a sign that you were getting close to the point where normal growth turns into exponential transformation. You didn't fail at the spiritual practices that used to move you, but now feel like they weren't enough. They helped you learn how to walk. They carefully built the stability and energetic coherence that your mind needed to handle quantum acceleration without breaking down. All of your meditations, moments of mindfulness, and other practices that helped you become more aware led up to this moment. You need to know that you're not the only one going through this. A lot of other people are going through similar changes, and they are all helping to raise the collective consciousness. What is happening to you is a small part of a much bigger plan by the universe to change the vibration of all people. Take it easy as you keep riding this wave of quantum momentum. Trust that every coincidence, fast change, and shift in your reality is a part of the grand unveiling of your highest potential. Your soul is ready, so you were picked. Everything is falling into place to help you. Even the relationships that were the hardest for you were never just karmic tests. The energetic friction they caused made your body hot enough for your consciousness to go through a phase transition. Without realizing it, everyone who set you off was building up the emotional and mental strength you needed to stay calm during the fast changes of a quantum impulse. Isolation that made you feel like you were in a spiritual wasteland wasn't a punishment. During those important preparation stages, your consciousness could build up enough internal coherence to make this acceleration happen without any outside approval. During those quiet times, your awareness was building the strength of independence you'll need to make it through this journey. Even when you had doubts and skepticism about your spiritual path, they were very important. They helped you see things more clearly. You got better at telling the difference between real change and spiritual fantasy every time you wondered if what you were experiencing was real or just wishful thinking. This is a skill that you will need when your experiences start to defy normal reality. It wasn't just intellectual interest that drew you to consciousness, quantum physics, and the nature of reality. Your soul was setting up the mental framework you needed to understand and handle this fast growth. Every new idea you've had has added to what you need to know now. There was no such thing as failure during the times when you were ready for a breakthrough, but nothing seemed to happen. They were the most difficult stages of getting ready. During those times, your quantum field was being fine-tuned to create and maintain the coherent acceleration that turns years of possible growth into months or weeks of actualization. Your soul specifically chose this life because it was meant to be activated during the Great Awakening of humanity. As one of the first humans, you volunteered to show what's possible when a person's awareness grows complex enough to cause a spontaneous reorganization of reality. You then anchored this ability in the collective field so that others could use it. This is why your journey has been so long and sometimes so hard. There were no easy ways out because what you are going through is not unique to you. It's a model for how consciousness has changed over time that will affect future generations. Something amazing is happening in your energy system right now. Can you feel it as these thoughts sink in? You can clearly feel a speeding up, as if the building quantum impulse is reacting to your awareness by speeding up. This is not something you made up. This is the feedback loop between becoming more aware and changing, which happens much faster when you are aware of it. The energy that's moving through you is your mind getting in sync with the change wave. Your cells are changing the way they store information to make room for this new reality of faster manifestation and greater abilities. But this is where most people mess up. They try to direct or control the process, but they don't realize that quantum momentum has its own intelligence that is much smarter than ours and goes beyond our plans. The key to riding this wave is to learn how to go with the flow of it instead of trying to control what happens. Quantum physicists use the term coherent surrender to describe what this process needs. It means being able to have a clear intention for the reality you want, while also not caring about how or when it comes true. When our consciousness gives a general direction without trying to get in the way, offers guidance without controlling, and focuses without forcing, quantum impulses produce the most beautiful results. Your whole relationship with manifestation is changing as you gain a deeper understanding of it. You're beginning to understand that reality is rearranging itself around your authentic frequency, so you don't have to work hard to make it happen. It's not your job to micromanage this process. Your job is to stay on track with it as it goes. At this point, people either experience a profound acceleration or unconsciously fight it, because the speed and scale of quantum change can be too much for the mind to handle. The important thing is to know that what you're going through is not strange. You are experiencing the natural outcome of your consciousness reaching a level of development that most people never reach. The quantum impulse that is working in your field has its own perfect timing, best order of events, and smart coordination of chances that will help you grow the most. Being open to this intelligence and gently guiding it toward the things you want to learn is all you have to do. As we go deeper, you'll feel that speeding up and understand why this process changes how you deal with reality, your relationships, your creativity, and your ultimate goal. In order to illustrate this, I can share a personal story. It's likely that I felt the same way you do now, about 14 months ago. Like something big was happening in my life, but I didn't know how to explain it. More synchronicities, opportunities popping up out of nowhere, and a flood of creative ideas were the first signs of the speeding up. I didn't trust it, though. I tried to control it. The speed of change was too fast for my logical mind to handle, so I made a lot of lists, made rigid plans, and tried to force the timing of events. What I can only call cosmic friction was made by this resistance. My life got more and more crazy as I tried to control the quantum pulse. I would see chances that I could take, but they would disappear before I could act on them. I felt like I couldn't keep up with real life, and I started to wonder if I was having a spiritual awakening or a mental breakdown. The turning point happened when I gave up everything. I said out loud, "I don't know how to do this." I was so tired of trying to keep everything under control. If there is an intelligence behind this, please show me how to work with it instead of against it. Everything changed when I let go. I gave up trying to fight it and let the natural flow of the quantum impulse lead me. I learned how to ride the wave of change. That's when I finally felt the deep, smooth acceleration I had been trying to get for a long time. Coherent surrender and faith in the process's wisdom, I realized, were the keys. That night, I had a deep understanding come over me. I saw that the quantum impulse is smart enough to know what it's doing. You couldn't control the acceleration. It was cosmic intelligence rearranging my reality in a way I couldn't even imagine, putting me in line with possibilities I couldn't even think of. It wasn't my job to run the process. It was my job to consciously surf it. Everything fell into place once I stopped trying to rule everyone and started working with them. Chances came up at just the right time. It was easy to work on creative projects. Either relationships got deeper and more real, or they ended peacefully. It seemed like reality was just waiting for me to give it permission to be better. The most important thing that was found was that the quantum impulse speeds up consciousness, as well as manifestation. I was able to use skills I'd never had before. Ideas I hadn't thought about before all of a sudden made sense. I was handling things with a sense of wisdom that seemed to come from somewhere other than my own experience. In real time, the acceleration was making me smarter. You can reach the same point where I did, where I went from resistance to flow. In a way, liking this video is like announcing your own moment of surrender. You are telling the universe that you are giving up control and are ready to work with the higher intelligence that is guiding you. Do this powerful shift by commenting, "I surrender to the flow of cosmic intelligence." Then you can stop fighting the current and start riding the wave of your own transformation. When you write these words, you let go deeply and allow the universe to guide you with ease and accuracy. Here's a fact that might surprise you. Personal will cannot start, control, or direct quantum impulses. They are spontaneous acts of cosmic intelligence that happen on their own when your consciousness is ready. Trying to control them only gets in the way of their natural, perfect flow. Using any method meant to cause quantum acceleration to happen actually stops it from happening. Techniques that claim to be able to use quantum abilities go against the flow of things. This is because these urges come from giving up, not trying. It's the same part of your mind that is trying to make something happen that is also stopping it from happening naturally. Most teachings on manifestation use complicated systems to speed things up, but these systems often make people dependent on them. In reality, you don't need any techniques because the activation comes from inside you, not from tricks on the outside. When you realize this, you no longer need to try. You understand that momentum is already here, so you don't try to make it happen. You shouldn't try to force it. Instead, you should align with it and let it speak through you. The moment you understand that the quantum impulse is your consciousness working together with cosmic intelligence, everything about transformation changes. You don't try to make things happen. Instead, you are interested in what wants to happen through you. This was known to the most advanced spiritual leaders in history. They stressed giving up, going with the flow, and working together. They weren't able to achieve quantum acceleration through hard work. Rather, they were able to do so by recognizing and aligning themselves with the momentum that was already present in the universe. This is why some people always seem to be in a state of flow where everything goes well, while others have a hard time no matter how hard they try. The people who live in flow know how to work with their quantum impulse. The most important thing to realize is that you don't have a quantum impulse. You are the quantum impulse. Your consciousness is cosmic intelligence having an experience of itself from your beautiful, unique point of view. At the same time, it has access to an infinite amount of creative potential. When personal control is given up in favor of collaborative flow, this potential shows up as spontaneous acceleration. Right now, the consciousness of the whole planet is speeding up a lot. and there are clear signs in your daily life that show your own quantum impulse is aligning with this global shift. Pay attention to how chances are showing up more quickly than ever. Things that used to take months to happen now seem to be fully formed in just a few weeks or days. It's as if time is shrinking to fit your growing awareness. The way you make decisions has also changed. What used to need careful thought can now be understood right away. This is possible because the quantum impulse lets you know exactly what will happen, so you don't have to guess. The most important sign is that impossible synchronicities are happening more often. It's getting so clear that coincidence is no longer a good way to explain what's happening. Someone calls you when they think of you. You need a certain thing, and it shows up from somewhere you didn't expect it to. People around you are naturally talking about the same things that are on your mind. Everything in the physical world is very sensitive to how you're feeling. When you're in a flow state, electronics work better. But when you're feeling very emotional, they break down. People are coming to you for advice because they can feel something in your energy field that helps them get clear. A lot of people have grown because of you being there. Your creative work has changed in ways that even you don't expect. It seems like ideas come to you from somewhere else. This is because the quantum impulse lets you connect to fields of collective intelligence and larger networks of creativity. But here's the important thing. We are in a cosmic window where this quantum impulse activation can either become a skill that most people can use or stay exclusive to a small group of people for another evolutionary cycle. The field of the planets is getting close to a coherence threshold. Either enough people will go through this acceleration to make these skills permanent for everyone, or the chance could disappear for decades. You recognizing this acceleration and being willing to work with it creates a field that makes these experiences easier for anyone who is ready to go beyond their limits to access. You are very important to this global change. Your unique energetic signature is added to the collective coherence threshold when you like this video. It's a vote for the evolution of humanity, which makes the morphic field of awakening stronger for everyone. This window needs your active participation. Your whole life has been planned by the universe to get you to this point. Your quantum impulse isn't just about changing yourself. It's also about cosmic intelligence showing people what's possible when they remember their true creative power and stop fighting the universe and start working with it. If you truly believe that you play an important part in the awakening of the planet, you can anchor this awareness in the collective field by making the comment, "My awakening helps the awakening of all." Your declaration adds your special light to the growing group of conscious people working together to change the world. What you've been feeling about your life's purpose is about to come true with atomic accuracy. The impulse that is active in your field has a full plan for the best possible reality for you. The wants that have been getting stronger lately are not just random ones. They are messages from the quantum impulse itself that let you know what parts of your life it is getting ready to change. You are being sought by what you want. You're not trying to make experiences from scratch. This is a revolutionary idea that changes everything about setting goals. The quantum impulse shows you experiences that already exist in the field of probability and sets up the best ways for them to show up in your life. Don't try to force it. Instead, be aware of and go with the flow. When you stop trying to control the change and start giving gentle, thoughtful direction about the big ideas you want to look into, you are truly collaborating. Then you have to trust that cosmic intelligence will find the best time and route. Physicists call this coherent co-creation, which means that your intention and universal intelligence work together. This breaks down the whole idea of struggle and hard work. You don't have to work harder. Instead, you learn how to use the momentum that's already pulling you toward experiences that are better than anything you could have planned. As you start to understand this, your relationship with desire is changing. You start to see desire not as a lack of something, but as cosmic intelligence celebrating its own creative potential through you. Your deepest personal happiness and your cosmic purpose are not two different things that you need to balance. They are both intelligence, but your consciousness is how it shows itself. What makes you feel the happiest is also what helps the universe the most. Now make it clear that you are ready. As you write these words, they should hit you hard. I surf the impulse. Don't say anything about it. Just make this statement. When you do this with full awareness, you give a higher intelligence permission to make your reality better. This statement creates a quantum signature that starts to dissolve unconscious patterns of control. This fine-tunes your consciousness so that you can easily receive and act on the guidance that comes through your quantum impulse. When you learn to work with your quantum impulse on purpose, manifestation happens at speeds that don't make sense. Because you are working with cosmic intelligence instead of just your own plans, goals that used to take years to reach now happen in months or weeks. It becomes easy to make decisions. Your creative abilities grow very quickly. Relationships change into beautiful partnerships that help both people grow. Your health automatically improves because the quantum field is always sending your body information about how to work at its best. Abundance comes to you naturally as the impulse arranges the best resources for you without you having to work hard at it. Time starts to help you. The most important benefit is that existential anxiety will go away. Every moment has meaning when you know you are a cosmic intelligence living your life through your own unique lens. Every problem is a chance to learn and grow, and every interaction is a way to work with the universe. The most important thing to realize is that quantum impulses are not just happening to you. They make things happen. Your consciousness is the experience of cosmic intelligence. And quantum acceleration is just this intelligence remembering that it is limitless and starting to show it without the made-up limits that most people think are real. The idea of self-improvement goes away when this is how you live your life. There is no one person who needs to be fixed. There is only cosmic intelligence seeing its own limitless potential in you. This is why this experience feels both very personal and completely out of your control. It's yours because you are cosmic intelligence waking up. You can't stop it because the same intelligence is expressing itself through every conscious being, everywhere, for reasons that are bigger than any one person's understanding. Every person you meet, every problem you have to solve, and every chance that comes your way is cosmic intelligence interacting with itself. Your quantum impulse is the universe speeding up its own evolution through your awareness at the same time that it is giving you the perfect experiences to help you understand who you really are. Once you fully understand this, you will naturally develop what mystics call quantum confidence. This is the unwavering belief that the best outcomes will always happen because they come from an intelligence that doesn't have any limits. You know that cosmic intelligence is always leading you to be the best version of yourself and makes no mistakes. This speeding up is completely effortless and completely transformative. You only have two options: work together consciously or go through the change unconsciously. This ability to work together consciously is starting to show up in millions of people right now. We are not only feeling quantum impulses on an individual level. As a group, we are awakening to the fact that we are really one cosmic intelligence that appears to be many. This changes things in a way that is both useful and mysterious. You are still fully human, but you know what you are really like. You don't feel rushed because you're just remembering who you were before and not changing into someone else. There is a collective acceleration of universal intelligence through human consciousness right now, which is why you are alive. Your quantum impulse isn't just about you. It's the universe remembering itself through the network of awakened people that is spreading around the world. The children who are being born right now will naturally work from this state of quantum acceleration. They will think that rapid manifestation is normal and not miraculous. The energetic field that makes their reality possible is being held in place by your quantum impulse. These ideas have made you feel a deep responsibility to understand them with all of your being, not just your mind. You are a place where a new consciousness can connect and express itself. Millions of souls are involved in the vast coordination that led to the synchronicities that brought you here. Through the network of people who are ready to go beyond what is normally possible for humans, cosmic intelligence is coordinating its own collective awakening. The most mysterious part is this. As you learn to work with your quantum impulse, you become a field that speeds up other people. You start to create acceleration zones, where other people's transformation happens naturally and quickly, without them having to do anything. This happens because when you work from cosmic intelligence, other people see their own limitless nature in you without even realizing it. When they are around you, the artificial barriers that slow them down start to fall apart. Please share this honor with anyone whose heart feels this message, to help them remember who they've always been, not to teach them something new. Our collective reality can change faster to timelines that reflect our infinite creative potential, as more people become aware of their innate capacity for quantum acceleration. If you can feel the quantum impulse speeding through you as you read these words, if you can see the momentum that is already present in your field, then make a strong statement in the comments below. Just write one word, speeding up, not anything else. This isn't just for Facebook. This is you recognizing the cosmic momentum that is already changing your world and stating that you are ready to consciously ride this wave. You are a part of a planetary awakening when you write that word with real recognition. The field that supports quantum acceleration for everyone gets stronger with each person who makes this statement. We're not just building a community, we're establishing a new way of life for everyone. As you say that you are speeding up, go one step further. This new way of being will stick with you longer if you also say, I surrender to the flow of cosmic intelligence. Let this be the last seal on your old way of life and the start of a life of cosmic partnership and easy alignment. But if you can learn to work with your quantum impulse, you can do even more amazing things. As soon as you can consciously ride this cosmic acceleration, you can access what we call reality architecture. This is the power to directly affect how universal intelligence creates and manifests the best timelines for everyone, not just yourself. In the next video, I'll talk about the advanced protocols that experienced quantum collaborators can use to connect with the cosmic intelligence that runs the universe and become conscious co-architects of planetary change. But these advanced protocols can only be shared safely with people who have already shown they can surf quantum acceleration without getting thrown off. To work with your quantum impulse, you must first master the rules for doing so. From now on, this is how you should act. Rule 1. Acceptance rather than control. Accept that the speeding up is already happening. Just be aware of it, don't try to control it. Principle 2. Give direction without getting attached. Set a clear intention for the reality you want to explore, but don't get attached to specific results or times. Give the universe a direction and trust that it will work out well. 3. Flow is more important than force. Take action when the chance comes up. When things get in the way, flow around them. Quantum intelligence is the way that has the least amount of trouble. Principle 4. Working together is better than competing. Know that the awakening of each person helps the whole. Help others change for the better. 5. Trust is more important than analysis. If you get advice through intuition or synchronicity, you should trust it right away. Logic takes more time than quantum intelligence. Sign up right now to keep your mind connected to this fast-moving current. The cosmic co-architecture protocols that turn individual quantum acceleration into collaborative reality design with universal intelligence are in the next transmission. There is more to subscribing than just getting a channel. You are securing your spot in a network of quantum collaborators who are building the new Earth. The old way of thinking about struggle and limits is falling apart. The only question is whether you will be one of the first people to help set up the new way that people in the universe can work together. Yourself from the future is already there. It's just a matter of how quickly your present self will connect with that bigger reality. Say what you want. Follow the guidelines. Let's ride the quantum impulse that turns personal growth into co-creation on a cosmic scale. The universe has been waiting for people to remember what they are really like. Today is the last day of waiting. Welcome to Speeding Up the Universe. Thanks for coming to Conscious Co-Creation. Welcome to the next step in the evolution of people. As soon as this transmission ends, you will start your job as a beacon. Send this video to anyone you think is ready to wake up to their own quantum urge. When you share, you don't just send information. You send the frequency of change itself, which helps build the network of light that will lead humanity forward.